Taliban, who have discovered, to their shock, that it's a lot harder to run a country than it is a terrorist organisation.
Absolutely. One of the stories that caught my eye on the front page of the Sunday Times is written by Christina Lamb. She's based in Kabul. And what she says is pretty much what the press were reporting for the last couple of weeks. In other words, that not only did the British and the Americans not expect that Kabul was going to fall so quickly, but also the Taliban didn't expect that. And the reason is because that the Taliban had been told that a deal was being done whereby there'll be a power-sharing agreement. So therefore, they were told to wait outside the city of Kabul. This is the report coming from Christina Lamb in the Sunday Times.
Yeah, I think she says no government, no economic policies, no aid, no one to run their airports, no money to pay wages.
Absolutely. So who was doing the deal? The former president, Karzai was his name, and he was on the telephone. But what happened was that the heads of the Afghan army fled. Of course, the government, Ghani's government.
Yeah, President Ghani fled the country.
Got onto a plane with his aides, went to Uzbekistan, and the Taliban didn't know what to do. They were then told, well, let's just go into Kabul because there'll be a security problem, which is exactly what happened. And now they find, as Dan has just said, is that there's no money, there's no infrastructure, we're not running anything at this point, and it's a bit of a problem. So they are a success, but now they're a failure as such. One other
I was just going to say, there are many people saying, in many ways, we can kind of welcome this or think it's not necessarily a bad thing that the Taliban are unprepared. But at the end of the day, this also then has an impact on ordinary Afghans who aren't getting paid, who aren't seeing a government infrastructure. This is going to affect them even more, make it even more of a desperate situation.
And they are in a desperate situation because many of them are still trying to get out of the country, those that work for the British Embassy, those that work for the American Embassy. And we have been told that the Pakistani security chief visited Afghanistan yesterday to discuss ways of getting all of these Afghan people who want to leave the country out in a safe passage. Which we hope will take place. But however, there were some reports to say that other things took place during these talks. Now, we know that Pakistan has supported the insurgency of the Taliban against the Americans and the British for the last few years. Of course, Pakistan denies this. But at the same time, Pakistan also said they had no idea where Osama bin Laden was. And where did he end up being? He crossed the border from Afghanistan into Pakistan. The security services in Pakistan must have known about this. He was hiding out right next door to a very large military compound, and Pakistan said, we had no idea he was there.